before I got the 12 pack. I used to not always be buff like I am today. This is the day that I changed my life.
Can you hand me the medicine, please? Okay, look at that ass. Oh, that's silly.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video and getting to this point. This is a very personal video of mine that's outlining what I did to lose that 45-50 pounds to get from 215 all the way down to my lowest, about 165, about a month ago. Thank you for being with me through this. And without further ado, what I wanted to do is just touch on briefly 6 things that I did that really helped me jumpstart my journey. So without further ado, let's just go down the list real quick. Alright guys, well the first thing I wanted to touch on is there's normally a trigger event or a why that occurs that allows someone to decide that it's time to start on a new path in terms of fitness, losing weight, getting in shape and whatever. And for me, it was a family member who got sick at a young age, and I looked at myself in the mirror and said, hey, if I don't change what I'm going to do, I could be in that very same boat. I have 2 young kids. I want to be there for them as long as I possibly can. I want to watch their kids grow up. I want to be there for as many years as possible, and I needed to make a change. And a quick tip on that is, a trigger event why is if your why doesn't make you cry or get emotional, that's not your why. So if I could give you one quick tip there is discover what your why is, because if that doesn't make you get emotional, guys, that's not it. So I found what mine is, and hopefully maybe this video can help you find yours. Is really think about what is going to get you emotional and make you decide that I have to do this now. So that's the first thing. All right, guys, the second thing I wanted to touch on and what really helped me was I was willing to learn and invest time into learning about nutrition and being humble and not being afraid to challenge mainstream ways of thinking. I think that really helped me because there's a lot of misinformation out there regarding health, and I'm going to get into specifically what I did in the next step here, but you got to be willing to take in new information, because clearly if you're not where you want to be, the information you've had to date isn't working out for you. So don't be afraid to challenge your own thinking and be willing to dive in and do a little bit of research. Alright guys, well the third and most important thing you guys are probably wondering about is what did I do in terms of eating? How did I get this weight loss? Well, let me tell you, I followed a very strict ketogenic diet for 3 months. Now I do live in a healthy ketogenic lifestyle now, but for the purposes of weight loss, it was a strict program with the strict traditional keto macros, eating healthy fats, the proteins, and low carbs. And let me tell you something, a lot of vegetables. That's something that's not spoken about enough when it comes to a ketogenic diet. Yeah, the fats are going to help you lose weight because you're not eating carbs, but the vegetables are what is going to make you healthy. It's what is going to make you feel good, and it's what's going to make you able to continue to go on and go, this is freaking awesome. So don't leave out the vegetables if you're ever considering a ketogenic diet. Alright guys, well off of the diet, I wanted to tell you before we move on that one of the most important things for me with being successful is keeping myself in check and being honest. Now how did I do that? I got myself a breathalyzer, and this keto pen right here, what it does, it measures acetone levels in your breath, which what that ultimately means is it tells you what level of ketosis you are in. It has an app on your phone, and with this breathalyzer you blow into it for 10 seconds and it tells you if you're in ketosis or not. You really need to find a way to keep yourself honest when doing a ketogenic diet, and you need to learn your body. And there's no other better way than to have a keto pen or something that allows you to check multiple times throughout the day. And yeah, you could go get those strips that everyone's heard of, but how many times, guys, are you honestly gonna go pee on a strip throughout the day? Not very many. Guys, this you can take with you in the car. You can test right before you eat, right after. This allows you to learn your body, which is so important. You can test yourself 15 times a day until you really learn what happens. And what happened with me is that if I got out of ketosis, I learned that it takes me about a full day and a half to get back into it. So when I was considering that cheat meal, I know, okay, well, I had that cheat meal. What's it going to do to me? Well, I tested before, I tested afterward, I tested the next morning and the afternoon, and what I found was that for me is that it took me a full day and a half to get back to where I was. So don't underestimate the value of something like this. Strongly consider it. If you want to learn more information or potentially order one, there's a link down below. DM me your questions about it. There are other couple options out there, but I will absolutely help you guys out because this is a must if you're considering a ketogenic diet. All right, guys, number 4, and just as important as a great diet is a great fasting schedule. They go hand in hand. And what you learn with a ketogenic diet is you're no longer as hungry because you're eating fats instead of carbs, and you're no longer on that roller coaster. But with the healthy ketogenic diet, I was fasting. Now, how was I fasting? I was doing an 18-hour fast with a 6-hour eating window. What does that mean even further? What it simply means is I did not eat before 12 o'clock every single day for 3 months. And for the most part now, I don't do that. But for the purposes of how I got my weight loss off, I did not eat before 12. Simply put, nothing. Water, maybe a black coffee, but that's it. And then I had a 6-hour eating window in which I normally ate 2 meals, big meals, no snacking in between. Very important, guys. No snacking in between 2 big meals. You're not eating these like small meals. No, you're eating big meals twice a day. You're fasting the next 18 hours. And yeah, you're like, oh my gosh, how do you do that? Well, if you know anything about a ketogenic diet, when you're on fats, you're not hungry. And off of that, you have to eat a large enough quantity to sustain you. Some people are confused when they hear about fasting. They're like, I can't do that. Well, let's talk about how much you're actually eating in those meals, because you have to eat, guys. Now, it's the same amount of calories per day, but what you're doing is condensing those down into 2 meals, and very important, no snacking. So that's what I did. 2 meals a day, big meals, about 1,600 calories, so maybe 14 to 1,600 some days, but 14 to 1,600 calories in 2 meals. So that was a minimum of 700 calories per meal, twice a day. All right, guys, so what did I do for exercise? Well, I tried to do like a 2 days on, 2 days off thing, mostly focusing on steps, but on those 2 days on, I did do like a 30-minute HIIT workout. Nothing too crazy. I wasn't doing any weightlifting, as you've seen in some of my other videos. I just got a new gym that I've been lifting a lot of weights on, but for the purposes of this video, for my weight loss, a lot of what I did was just some HIIT, and making sure I was just moving, staying active as I possibly could. So that's really all I did for exercise. Nothing great, no weightlifting. All right, guys, the last thing I wanted to touch on is something called compounding. And whenever I was looking at myself, I was like, okay, how can I maximize my calorie burn for the day? How can I maximize my day to make sure that I'm having the greatest opportunity to lose weight? And so what I did, and this has really helped out a lot of people that I've shown, is I've put on the wall right here, I drew a 24-hour clock. And I ask people, and I've done it for myself, is, okay, what does your day look like? And how can I optimize that to lose to weight? So if someone is sitting for 8 hours, okay, why don't you try standing? One, you're in better posture, your abs are engaged the whole time, so that's gonna help. If you're sitting all day, stop. Just stop right there. Second thing is, are you exercising? If not, try to. Now, if you're doing a strict keto and you're trying to get the weight loss off, when I mean exercise, go for a walk. Don't do anything strenuous. But you'll see your eating window, you'll see your other activities of daily life that you're doing, taking care of kids, whatever, driving, whatever. But look at your day, because if you're having a nutritionist or you're having someone trying to help you out, but they're not looking at your entire day of what you're doing, you're wasting your time. I see so many personal trainers out there, I see so many nutritionists that are just like siloed into like, oh, this is what you need to do. But they're not looking at the whole day. And you need to look at the whole day and maximize every opportunity. This is a no excuses situation, guys. You have to look at every opportunity you can, because if you want it bad enough, you're not gonna just block this off. Now, there's gonna be some things you can't avoid, like driving to and from work, whatever. But if there's any opportunity for you to get off your butt, stand up. When you're watching TV, stand up. If you wanna get that weight off, take every opportunity to do so, because this will strongly help you out do so. I strongly recommend you do that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Once again, this is a very personal video of mine. Hopefully you did enjoy this video, did provide you with some valuable information. I am going to go into future videos a lot more detail into the ketogenic diet, fasting, and the right way to do some of this stuff. So please make sure you hit subscribe, like this video, and DM me any questions you might have, because I want to be here for you guys as much as I can. Guys, my name is Chris, this is Uncivilized Health, and I will see you guys in the next one.